the mass. Shells, you into the black light, exited the mass. You into the black light, exited the mass. Yo, we back again. If you're throwing in the towel, then you're back in sin. We need the Holy Spirit, please let the chaplain in. Here at the front door, chilling with a childish grin. We can now begin. Now the truth be told, we're riding on the light to let the youth get old. And following the one that will soothe your soul and take your bad situation and improve your role to release your flow. It's a long stretch to loosen all the nooses from the baby's necks. And tell the young ladies they should save the sex. And tell the young guys not to break their neck for the place of sex, but get the paycheck. And real women really don't play that. A wise lesson learned really, really way back. I used to okay that. The Lord saved me, Jack, from a life of whack. Come on. Into the black light, exited the mass. Oh, yeah. Into the black light, exited the mass. You might want to start paying attention on this next verse. You were kin to the black light. Just give me your attention for a minute. Damn. Come on. We from the same cut, but playing different positions. A top secret message got the president attention. Do what you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There is a plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We on the get up, the hell with that down low. Cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's been cloudy, so I doubt you remember that I walk with the king of kings beside me. Just like the root in India, I read. I volunteer, know the Lord didn't hire me. It is the spirit that inspired me. Water of life to show the chief where the fiery. We have no time for those that be acting grimy. You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you're free, your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you. Hell, you chain yourself down mentally, spiritually. Come on, free your mind, dude. You a king. Free your mind, chick. You a queen. Let me get something with some feel to it, some funk to it. Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean soul, Caribbean. Yeah. Yes, bounce to this. I'm just a black man, title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And would you figure, Mr. Man, why you kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat? You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, past sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or Jill will get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not the Midal Cats. It's deeper than taps and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoiled rats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terror over habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah, we need some 3 parts on this, man. Yes, sir. I can't carry my boys that chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, I need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you can work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Into the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near to you. Far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew heavily until the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week, intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So through the knowledge, that means hold your head, let the past stay dead, and keep a level head, and don't be misled. Remember most of what I said. I'm hot like times in a rock, but you got us hot from working on your block.
By the end of the night, how deep this music is. What does it profit the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is.
Stop fronting, yo.
What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demand it. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media planned it. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more times in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There'd be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I rip. I spit flows that hit like mouth on tits, straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool.
Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit?
Ancient Chinese secret now. Yes. Did you not pay attention in your history class, partner? Wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up, son. It is written that there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. And that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So take your position. Don't you know you are part of that scripture, yo? Yo, you've been getting in the way and what you knock you down. Yes, but we gon' bring the light, yeah. A Max V production, baby. You know what it is. Listen, I'm known to tell you to fight back. There's no need to sell crack just to live fat. Why don't black superstars simply give back when they know it's a struggle just to live black? Can you picture that, Mr. Aristocrat? I'm coming from the bottom, rising to the top, and conscious is the tone on the CDs I drop. I won't flip-flop like a black bass, but I will put a message in the song before I bust your ass. See, we first class living, worse than slaves.
Oh, here you go, here you go. I know people have a hard time with this, right? This would be 2015. No, it's real.
The big face kind, and it don't matter if it's making people lose their freaking
Oh, that's right. None of y'all are oath keepers. I forgot. Oh, my apologies. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I gotta sweep the floor up because this one with that little scratch box right there, I don't know how he's running back and forth, spreading it all over the place. Good day, everybody. Hold on. Can't stand it. What are you doing, man? It's like you keep it over there. You gotta bring it over here, bro.
Having pride, we're still for rides, a new skill to hide. And like the red tide, go and get our heads dyed. Rebel against the laws in the cities we reside. Sleep the circumstance, though our eyes open wide. Fail to coexist, let alone coincide. Each in many ways, but preferring fried. Like a man on death row when his relatives cried. Is that a mistake because somebody lied? And we can only pray that Christ is by his side. Convicted on the statement implied with no proof. Now will the Lord cry that he killed another youth? I truly doubt. That's why we stay in the booth. Just cause it ain't nothing. We should demand and show proof. And if they overlook our forces, then we raise.
You're standing in the sweet stuff, bro. You're standing in. That's yours, man. What you running? Oh, you don't like the broom? Oh, my apologies. It's new, bro. There you go.
Feel like I'm a slave, maybe. Slave. Yo, man. You made a serious mistake, baby. Slave to me, homie. Slave to the system. Yeah, sound like a winner right there. Come on. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Though I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Though I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free.
Look, open the window, it's wet. I'm not open the window, bro.
I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free.
I play with him a lot, y'all, so it is what it is.
I wanna see my folk free. Hold up a minute, fam, let me ask you this. Did your last promotion offer you an ass to kiss? Hashtag for this. I know a better way to.
Why you so scared of the broom, Al? The vacuum you take off like a bat. It's like you and Charisma. Charisma was the same way. You do everything she do. And the broom, you'll try to attack it.
We got a call to take. Keep it square and watch God fall the fate.
Don't look at me with your pews all, the pupils all open and round.
Invest a little bit of time in a taller day. Forget the ball and play. We got stakes in Israel with much more beef than the shark can say. Now that's
He's playing when I'm sweeping up the little cardboard because it's like honeycomb, the little scratchy thing, and I put the catnip in the honeycomb. He tried to get to it, but he make a mess. I'm gonna stop putting it in the honeycomb. It says do it. I don't know. I'm realizing you don't do everything they say do. You feel me? So I'm just gonna put it where he can lick it and roll in it, cause that's when they open up. Like I think it's like the toad to them. Yeah, Papa. Now you want to smell the end of it.
For your paycheck. And no, I'm not a snitch just because I come and say that. You do not play that. When my boy Gino was killed, you know you saw me on the news. If you choose
I like to get a hold of her mama, his mama, or his mama's mamas, and see the people who mess with them. I mean, all cats go through it. They're sketchy because of history.
When I was younger, I would do what a thug would tend to do. And if you got the last lick,
yeah,
remember you. A lot's changed, but still things remain the same.
Yo, what's good? It's 12 minutes. I gotta go into the store right quick, and I don't want to, but I got to. You feel me? So I have these individuals, man, and I know people go through some tough times, man. Well, at least the perception is it's tough. It's nothing tough. Like I said, it's all about energy, regardless of what you think. Hey, Herbo, what's going on a little bit? I guess nobody else want to speak. And I guess some people from TikTok came over here and Facebook because they listen to Troy Dorch monkey ass who don't know nothing. I felt like they should come over here. Like I said, you come over here at your own cognizance. But as you see right now, I have a friend who's used to work security. Let's just put it like that. And he because y'all don't hear it, you wouldn't know it unless the media was to tell you. And he said that last little speech where Biden did his little jump up to show that he was not lethargic and all over the place and dementia. He says either that wasn't Biden, it was a good actor, and he says pretty much probably was a CIA agent who looked like Biden, who overstudied, because he says the friend of his who still works security they can't really say nothing, but there's certain individuals with some things, some pork and beans is given, beans being spilled. And he says the people in that audience was no people. It says they were nothing but the staff and other operatives. So when he was talking about, look, we did it, and blah, blah, stutterbox, and he's talking about, we got 65 billion, whatever, for Ukraine, and he didn't say nothing about Israel and Taiwan. But anyway, it wasn't the people. That's how much they're willing to lie to you, to keep wars going, especially those of us on ancestral soil. Ugh. What is this? Pineapple? Cinnamon? I mean, I didn't put cinnamon in this one. I should have. Cinnamon bark, so it would be good in here. I've had to let it sit. You know what? Let's go put a little bit in there. This is the one that I use. Okay. Just a little bit. I gotta let it sit for a while. About 1/10 of a teaspoon. A little more than that. Okay. And ginger, lemon, lime, and a little bit of honey. Okay. And you want to use purified water. If you can get it in a bottle, glass, you're good. But it's still going to be the same water. It's just less being in the plastic, sucking up more of the PFAS, or leaching PFAS from plastic. So I'm about to let this sit, because cinnamon will break in, especially with the lemon and lime and the ginger as an agitator. It will cause the cinnamon to become one. Right now, it'll be a little lumpy in there as it's broken up and on the top, but it will. So it'll have to sit for about 5 or 10 minutes, which is good. That way I can drink my tea. This is good for your blood pressure, just to let y'all know. You can put elderberry in there if you want. Not goji berry. Elderberry, okay? And if you need a little flavor, because I only use like a 1/10 of a teaspoon of honey for its, which sciatic, it's certain benefits as far as how it deals with the, break it up a little. Okay, let's let it sit. How it deals with the antibacterial waters and everything like that. So I just put very little bit of honey, just like a couple of drips. And you don't really, you might be able to taste it depending on your taste buds. But anywho, we have these individuals on Tiki Taki. We have a lot of young, dumb, grafted in, who are very disrespectful, who don't know the truth of this land. Some people are starting to realize that this is the old world, what I've said probably over 100 million times, literally. My travels over 40 years, since the 80s. Most people know. Some people know. Well, those of you who didn't, you know by me expressing it. And some people know physically because I was a traveler, and that's what it was even before the Navy. And the Navy in 84, that's when I really got to traveling. I mean, right off the bat, gone. And you have these little youngins who's so-called supposed to be in South America, or they live here in North America, so-called South America. I hate that term. And they really don't know that. Majority of them are from settlers. Now, the issue at hand isn't whether they're of this land or not, because this is where everybody stemmed from. As far as Atlantis, the Atlantic Ocean, there's a reason why it's called the Atlantic Ocean. It ain't just named behind a person or something. They couldn't come up with nothing else. It was called the Ethiopian, which is to Atlantis, the same thing. Regardless of what you may want to think, languages have changed and developed over the centuries, if you want to say that. But these little idiots on these lands don't know that we are and have always been the heirs and the autochthonous people of this land. And in their little racist subdivide of watching novellas and everything else, and this is sad to say this to all my little Spanish brothers. Do you know what the fuck a mestizo is? It's somebody of our bloodline and of yours. That's a mix, because this bloodline is not African. African is not the old world. It is far from it. The oldest building civilizations, and those which these fake Jews decided to destroy, was right here. And that's why the first so-called leader of the South America, when they didn't need one, I don't want to hear about, because when you talk about all the other guys, you don't want to get into the Senamacomo, you don't want to get into the Powhatan, Paramount Chiefdom. That's considered, like I said, we migrated from the so-called fake South, which is actually North, going to the center, going to greet and meet something which we never made it to. But y'all want to run around in your fake little world, and I hope you came over here because you wanted to open your mouth and say something like you have a freaking clue, and you don't. I hope you're here watching, because if you are, I'll set up a podcast where you can come on and we can get my CIB, the fact that all my stuff is white and Indian, and we can break down history. And then there's a reason why Africans don't do DNA tests. There's a reason why they sit here talking about get your DNA test. There's no African country that did DNA tests, and the Red Cross was going over there visiting the people of America who went over there over the last 200-300 years, all right, doing blood work on them to see what changes. If you ever read Arthur Kessler's 13 Tribes, you would know that. But because you dummies who call yourself Spanish and you so-called blacks who call yourselves African Americans don't know no better. You're the ones who are the undecided, the ones that keeping us all in this, well, not me necessarily, but all your brothers and sisters in this state of division. You are the things that are broken. Now you have good people, you have wonderful people. Kiro Mill, he knows he's of this land. He don't need to look towards fake Spain and all this other crap. All right? You have people who know, but then you have you people, you things, you hue of a man, because you're not being a man walking upright in mind, but in theory, because your theory is a pundit to everything that is false, but you think I'm going to sit there and have some little speech theory because I want to stream. TikTok is for streaming. I am only there just to see what information people put out and what they talk about. And then you always got these little hypocrites that jump on Facebook, and a lot of you are little weak government agents. That's what you are. Well, at least you're paid to be agitators and look as stupid as you do. But you will not come over here. You will not come on one of my podcasts that I haven't done in a while because I want to set one up that's, even though I have one set up, I'm thinking about eradicating that one. I want everybody here to be able to do it. But I'll tell you on Sunday. You say on your little TikToky like you're doing something. Okay? Because I've had enough of it. The emperor that was set up in Mexico was a Gujar, a Chazar. He was part of everything that was based upon Theodore Albert Herzl, and those before him. You think that Theodore Albert Herzl, he's the one that created the Zionist movement. He was not the first one to create the problems that you see going on in this world. How many people, see, I always put T there and wait for somebody to find something else. Who was before Theodore Albert Herzl? See, this is why I take issue with all these light skins running around, running their mouths, and they don't have nothing to say. Just grafted in. Yesterday you saw the video, I said, no swearing, no cussing, speaking on facts and then things relevant that could be facts. And the first thing the little fake Chazars, the little goofy government agents or whatever, I hate giving an energy, but you know, that's whatever you want to call them. I don't care if they're in their mammy's basement or in the backyard in a little tin hut with a tinfoil hat. But yeah, they put a gold ingot, like they can't help themselves. But the day when I spoke on it, right, everything was green. It was the way it was supposed to be. Now, the things that I say, oh, I don't expect this to be as worthy is what I mean. But see, they having a hard time dealing with certain things. Now, we've had people dropping change, right, on a which card. They're sitting there, I guess they just feel some kind of way, especially the little Hindus. I guess they really don't know that I don't give a damn, and what I say happens to everybody happens to everybody. So they can take it however they want. They can go over there and worship they fake destroyed and all the other fake little gods they have when they don't even have 12 to 15% of their true history, nor can they inscribe or read the scrolls that are there because they're not the original people of that damn land either. You want to try me? Okay. I can't spell his name. Oh, him. Okay. So as you know, Montezuma, Negroid. As you know, as Atotsi, I hate pronouncing Atotsi's name because it's spelled wrong. Negro. And even they pronounce it weird. But if you look it up and how they pronounce it, it's not really how it's pronounced. I'm not going to get into the variables of what's silent and not. But because, you know, this spelling that you see today is new from 1472 to 1481, this is Oxalto. Well, anyway, I forget how to pronounce it. And some people come from Spanish, they think it's not a Spanish language. It's not a Spanish name. That's what gets on my nerve. You know what I'm saying? But even he was Negroid. Whether they served for 26, 16, 13, or 9 years, it doesn't matter. Okay? It's a cult. It doesn't matter. It's not Spanish words. Then you have these people like in Peru that say, and I've been in Peru, that say they speak an ancient language. Oh, they speak a language that's foreign. Took an old man to sit there and says, because his English was broken. And he was like, this is not this. He was letting me know it wasn't the language of this land. So what's up with all this new generation? Because of the systems that teach these people this deplorable nonsense of a lie of history. And I'm getting real tired of it. Because you got these little things walking around with their little straight hair. It's not to the fact that we had people with straight hair. Melanated people like me, like with straight hair and wavy hair and curly hair. It's born from us, regardless of whether it's recessive genes or not. But I am so tired of the consistent, inconsistent hypocrisy of the foolish and their whole narrative, how foolish they sound. And they really believe in their lies. And it's a fact. They are actually saying right now, after all the time I've been saying it, Africa is not the old world. It is not where civilization sprouted from. Civilization didn't sprout from anywhere. It was a place that was a commonality between all people to venture out and build these things that we had to protect this earth. Because like I said, there's a lot more going on that you don't know about. But we're dealing with an entity, a recessive gene, a regene pool. We're talking about sickly interbreeding, ancestral, what do you say? What's the ancestral relationships? And they are in positions, and they're getting worse, and they do diabolical things to maintain something based on the dumb scientists and the dumb. Listen, these scientists are dumb. These physicists are dumb because they got caught up working for these things. I mean, in China, old folks are taking babies, young kids' faces and doing face swaps, y'all. No, it couldn't have been done if they didn't know how to do it already. How many of y'all knew about the majority of them don't even have what you call glands under their armpits to sweat so they don't get funky, but they get liver problems. Ergo, a reason why there's a lot of organ stealing. And a lot of them are rich all of a sudden. Out of nowhere, remember, 25, 30 years ago, all of a sudden all of them became millionaires. While they were teaching your children about sleeping with other beings, there's over there exercising, climbing ropes, breaking down rifles, cooking food in the woods, learning what mushrooms and things and to pick and how to make fires while yours are running around shaking their booties, listening to some goopy. Now, if Sexy Red knew the truth, and that's why they have to go dark, and Lil Uzi and all of them wanting to be out there listening to their handlers, they knew the truth. They would just let themselves. Oh, yeah. The problem is, you got to look at the circle of the big that are around them. And y'all do not even reach out to the people and say, not today. A friend of mine says he said he was attempting to watch my live and they kept pushing him out. And so this is another Eric Snowden. So he went and did something. He says, wow, they're literally trying to keep people from watching your live, Red. And I was like, oh, really? I said, well, let me go out here and grab some dirt. Let me go and grab some non-paraffin, some kind of paraffin wax and a little bit of hair, so certain individuals' hairs collected over time. Grab a couple of leaves, a little charcoal, a little red stuff. And let me light a candle on both ends. Lighting the candle on both ends is a statement. It doesn't mean literally lighting the candle. Now let's see how it works out for them. Because you know what? They can keep bringing them in. They can have them all over the place, which they do, and doing their little thing. Let's see when it happens when they start running out of them. This is not a game. And people still think it's some kind of game. I'm not in the game to win anything. Okay? Anyway, we're going to get back to like people having a hard time dealing with the fact that Montezuma was a Negro. Montezuma was nothing but a Negro. Even in the ancient drawings, he was not no Latino, Spanish, whatever. whatever term they're using right now. Mestizo means mix. It means like, and it doesn't mean more and all that other goofy stuff. All right. I'm so done with all these lunatics running around who don't even sit there and go back to their mammy and pappy and say, why do you lie to me? Because they know some truth. Or they'll say, I don't know, it's what I've been taught. And that way you can start realizing that now you need to find the truth. Ain't nobody gonna sit here telling me this and telling me that who hadn't even learned how to wipe their behind and blow their nose right. A Negro. Alamy. I've had enough of this. Don't you sit there running around, coming up here in North America, speaking some Spanish, talking about blah, 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 when you don't even know that you're part of the problem too. The pale skins, our brothers who were with us here, the majority of them are dead. Their offspring are being situated and saturated just like us. And the ones who became like Jesse Jackson and all them bastards who betrayed, if you think that you're going to have a good, easy ride because, oh, I work for the government, I'm actually giving good food and water, and my health is different from yours, and it's going to be all right, and I'm not going to have the cancer that was all of a sudden dropped in all the food and in the rain and everything else, which most people think they're going to die of this, that, and other when everybody's going to die of cancer and they don't know it. Oh, did I just spill some beans? Oh, my mistake. I didn't mean to say that. Yes, everybody's going to have a form of cancer, and most of you can't fight back from it. That's the problem. There's no such thing as COVID. You need mass hysteria. You want to control the narrative so you can't say nothing against it to raise energy awareness about it. Stop saying that stuff. Tired of medical information by the medical information specialists who call themselves medical information specialists, who are the doctors and all this other crap that don't mean nothing other than corporate entities, protected by the entities who would want to see you gone. See how you do that without swearing and cursing and all that other stuff? Medical misinformation is by the medical staff. Look at over there. What state is that where his police are getting with people who they got handcuffed and they talking about they need to calm them down? This is a hit team. These are people who are sociopaths who probably help snatch up children late at night in dark clothes, walking around in a police uniform. All right, I'm tired of saying police because they ain't policing nothing. They ain't policing themselves. They ain't good at what they do. And that's the bottom line. They're emotionally unstable and their feelings, and a lot of them are on steroids, this, that, and the other, but because of their racist dichotomy and the fact that they grafted into a fake system, and a lot of them are converts, they're not even the people of the land. Check this out. What are they running around shooting this now, whatever it's called, up and the people killing them? Why wasn't nobody watching it in the first place? This fake-ass FBI, this fake-ass CIA, and this fake-ass ATF, you see that needle is a drug because they're part of the goddamn problem. Majority of them are gay now. You wear that? And some of them, because they walk around like men. I told you I used to work out with gay men, man. Strong, powerful, box, hit the heavy bag, no problem. I ain't got nothing to do with what they do in the bedroom, but because they personalize it and groom these people in this condition to run around with a lot of hate, no, you're dealing with the remnant, especially on those gay people who are racist. They exist. Don't think every gay man wants some black, big Congolese swami running around in them. No. Trust me when I tell you, they're light-skinned, racist homosexuals. Saw them in Maine when I went to get rock lobsters at the bear thing, and I was like, why you got me up here doing this, homie? Yo, man, we just come up to get the rock crabs and the L beer, and the Blue Moon was crap. So anyway, and we headed back down to New York. I was like, man, you got to be kidding me, man. And that's the first time I saw big, fat, pale skin. I had brothers out there too, but you had this group. They literally had Nazis. Like, listen, man, they was there. You couldn't help but see them. We got the golf course because you can go to the certain towns with pretty nice living and all our wonderful places. I got to see all this stuff, man. Oh, I didn't just get to see the world. I got to see some weird stuff, man, on my travels. But them rock crabs, them big. God, man, I ate two of them. I couldn't even make it through the second one. It was so good, but I had drank so much beer. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem. And most people don't have a problem with nobody. But when you have this dichotomy of stupidity, yeah, racism is a form of deep stupidity. Okay? It is. And there's only one group that can be racist. The rest of everybody else just follows suit on some hyped up Ashkenazi well, not even Ashkenazi. Gujar is not even Ashkenazi. Gujar made up fake Chazar stuff. Okay? And that's facts. Okay? I'm not sitting here to reminisce and go over the words and names that I put out already. Go and look at those videos. I gave you the exact name of the individual that created Ku Klux Klan and who he was. I told you the Master Farad was a Gujar. No damn master deceiver. What do you think? 100. What's that Jim Carrey played? Which called Mask, when he put the mask on, it became this green thing, Loki or the trickster. That's who Farad was. And I get tired when I hear some damn Muslim come along in America. Oh, so-called America. Oh, Master Farad, and then oh, shut up. Spoon-fed your hypocrisy and stupidity, just like you spoon-fed your children a bunch of nonsense and sickness and disease. I've been around enough of you frauds on this land to know how sick you are, murdering, shooting, killing, fighting, deceiving, betraying, live a rich lifestyle, and got a bunch of hypocrites, just like the rap stars around them that doing the worst things on the world. Nothing right about you. Now, there are some who are living violently, and those I respect. More so in the Arab world, I'm sad to say this. Oh, yeah, you can be a war. You walk in there, and you believe you about to be all... they will, because you're a guest, and they will honor that they still exist, and they're murdered by the enemies of their own selves. Oh, they're there, bro. There's good guys, man. I met quite a few in my travels over there. More so than I have over here. Seems like everybody has bitten the rotten apple and has got it all in them, just to be the disease of the mentally incapable. That doesn't matter, and I hate saying agents, because that's not y'all. That's just the dumbest word I ever heard. But yeah, these goofies that run around creating the problems, and they keep grafting more goofies in. And they think they're logistical, and they're, well, you know, usually we get on and we become millionaires. No, you were situated to be set up to learn a few things, to play in the monopoly of the game. When most people, our people, are you aware that most of the people lynched? And I said this, y'all seen, some of y'all watched the video, was because of what we owned and who we were. They were lynched for the land, murdered. What I say about they were coming off the boats, they were told this, they were situating, setting them up, showing them how to get to certain places, infiltrate, and then at night in rural areas where few people were, we weren't always all solid and commune, and going out, murdering them, putting them in the backyard under the house, throwing them to the gators, and then occupying our homes. We were the most successful. Before the Federal Reserves, we actually controlled all the gold and silver because we could manage it. We didn't monopolize it. The fake-ass Jews destroying the world with it, and that's why people running around believing it's something. The whole system got a bunch of dummies working in it. The banking system especially got more dummies than enough. You still have people out here making loans at 100 and something percent when it's not supposed to be over 13%. This is how crooked the system is, and most of those people belong to those factors. So some will go out there and get these loans and watch to see what they do. How long were they willing to go forward not knowing what's going to happen to them? Some of them, because they're so perverse, think, oh, well, it's worth it. I got to live. No, you didn't. None of you bastards, especially you monkeys that come and watch here, you little agents, I love when the so-called feds or whatever come and watch. Oh, get them on their feelings. I don't give a damn what they is or what they think they are. Mm-hmm. I don't care. When I go to temples, right? How many of y'all been doing this little thing where you can have this thing and you can check the frequencies coming out? Even over this way, it kind of messes with it, right? How many of you have a thing where you can actually pick up the sound? Well, go back and watch the videos and listen when I go up and when I go down. And I want you to know exactly what they believe, a feeling and emotion. This is what they're doing all the time. They're reading these things by also the AI, whatever they call that damn thing. I'm saying that because that's what you so they can formulate, because AI does a lot of voice things now, It's not a voice, but it's frequencies, it's vibrations based on tweets and the woofers and how it's keyed in, right? Based off of sounds, which is colors and mathematics, right? Isn't that proof enough to let you know that you can actually talk without actually talking through this? But because you have no clarity here, because they polluted and toxified you, you can't perceive it. So you don't want to think beyond it. I'm going to say this one more time to the people who matter the most to me. I don't like the word love. Never did. But I had to walk people in this position and particular direction to say that we are internally bonded. We don't need a word named love. We have always been together. It's the toxicity of thought, the parasite of your demeanor that you need to remove so that way you will come into whole. Neil standing there and he got shot and he breathes in and the numbers bend and bow before him. But his mind is not the spoon that bends, but his mind. So the perception is your guidance. But y'all are having a hard time acquiescing this because you don't know how to put nothing together. It's real simple. It's not complicated. So when I say these things, I don't say them meaninglessly. I don't have to be like, what's the name? Someone, I put a spell on you. No, man. Screaming J Hawk, because I ain't got to come over like that. I don't come over with old fictional narratives. He knew what he was saying when he was singing it. Most of y'all didn't pick it up. He was talking about what they done with the music, but what he's saying is a mantra. And he put a spell on you. Screaming J Hawkins, he knew exactly, but you don't know what to listen for because you wasn't nurtured to be able to pay attention to those small details. All you knew was music, the jitterbug. Let's get out there and do the wop, hop, the sop, potato, the camel walking. No. Those mean something else. Those are different kind of mantras. But because there's no guidance and they give these fictional names and make these words up to entertain for a damn dollar or to fit, belong, or fit in something they never needed, that's how you've been displaced. One of the ways. When we was breakdancing, we wasn't thinking about no damn dollar. We was thinking about, we got to stop fighting. Let's battle a different way. The government wasn't about that. They were still about war. Indoctrinating people, bringing idiots in. And now y'all listen to the idiots, or you see them in a wheelchair, you're listening to them on the news, and all they do is keep being worse idiots, but you, because they made you a good, obedient idiot, you can't see beyond it. You don't even know how to bend space and time while you're watching. Do you know how to look at something and block everything out where it becomes like a picture? But that you see everything? Do you know how to make things where they aren't in your peripheral? Some things can't be talked about on here. Can y'all hear that? Listen. Don't listen to the clock going tick tock. We invented the clock. Y'all know that. Big Ben. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to anything outside. Start not listening to my voice, but let it be a guide. It's like a frequency. Going like that. Like something tickling your, the three bones of your ear. Can you hear? That's what 7.83 hertz sounds like. Now, mind you, it's coming through a lot of silver and copper wires, and, woofer magnets. You know how it works, right? The issue at hand is how can they change its output? You can hear the sound, but they can disrupt the frequency. They can give you, instead of giving you this plateau, they can give you this plateau, which is not the appropriate. So you can hear it and have the relationship to the sound, but can you feel it? See, that's where we have an issue in the world. So you hear music, and if you keep it on a certain level and not allow it to be at how it should be, and y'all can do more research and you'll come in to see what I'm saying. I can't say everything on here. It's just not meant to be. Then you'll realize that what should be here is really here. And there's a reason why there's not a lot of healing. And then all the other tones that can correct your vision. All that stuff. Change your hair back to black and brown and gold and whatever. Bring your face tight. Cause your teeth to regrow overnight. They control all that while they're making you sicker. And if you were together, all you musically inclined could build these apparitions. You could dismiss everything around you, but because you're lazy. I'm not here to beat you up today, but because you're lazy, this is what we get. You think everybody you follow, and you think you're getting the grandest of information, right? No, you get, some of you just can't help because you love arguing. You love debating. Debating's like fake mind masturbation. Nobody gets nowhere. No one gets to go first and come later. It's just, and no. This is the hypocrisy. And you have centered yourself around people who will betray you at every turn. And me, I've had enough of it. Ganja, T, y'all, the moment we get me up out of here, the faster I get down there, the faster I'm done with all this crap. If you got some children, you want to bring them, we can make some. It don't matter. There's women who want to come. There's women who want to be away from the nonsense. And I'm getting tired. I really am. I'm tired of all these cults and these movements, and people think they're the Jesuses and everything. Oh, man, I've just had enough. The world is sick, y'all. And you don't have to be sick with it. I'll say that as long as I'm still up on here. You know what I mean? I got some appointments to go to. The 4th, was I think on May 4th, right, it's over here. And then after the 7th. The Flagstaff. So everything needs to start happening. It needs to start rolling. I need to start getting things that I'm just not using, just sitting around. It's always going to sit around. Charisma, all her stuff's going to go into a tote. I got all her stuff. I keep it for memorabilia because it was a magical time with her. She saw in me and accepted what I was before I did. She was poison too. So all that right there that I keep when I come in is always going to be right with me. And 49ers fan, even though I don't follow sports. So all my little 49ers stuff, my little trucks and old stuff, old stuff, the footballs, Nerf balls. Yeah, this is old, y'all. This is I forget what year. They're supposed to be on it, right? I think it was like, some people say that ain't old. It's like 2010, 2000. Oh, no, I got stuff from like 1970 and 80, but I don't bring that out because, we have football players and all that in my family. No, you don't get to see that. But things like this, which they don't make, supposedly no more. Even the train and stuff. I need to clean the dust off, but it gets dusty in here all the time. So all that stuff will go, all my memorabilia stuff, and all that goes in with charisma. My grandma, my great grandma, and all them, my great on all those pictures. All that's going to go on one big tote. And there's enough to go in there. Then all my books will go on to a couple of other totes because I got totes that got books that kind of heavy. I like picking those up. And then all the other stuff, the widescreen TV, all that crap sold, man. I don't care about these damn smart TVs. They're not smart at all. Because next month, the end of next month, I'm going to end all of my, there's almost subscriptions. Everything that I have, Paramount, Hulu, Netflix, all that is done. I have had enough of it all. Every bit of it. All of it. And that's the reason, of course. My Xbox game, some people say, well, how will you play it? You can play it on my laptop if I want to play it. I still got to write. I still got to type things. I got the hard drives. I got memory cards. I got my tablet. You know, the phone, I don't really care about phone calls, y'all. Y'all don't call anyway, so hell I want to make a phone call for. My tablet has Cashapp and everything on it. Everything. What I mean, talk to who for what? Anyway, they make these things last only like 3 or 4 years, y'all. Hell never paid attention. They take the stuff that we make and they make the worst kind, but they make it. It's not that it can't be made the best. They already have the knowledge. The thing is control. These phones they make today have all been nothing but just mere weapons for them. So I've had enough. And if you choose to stay where you at, that's because it's not even about you having dementia. You just undecided. You don't know how to make choices. Everything I've been saying is for the benefit of you, not for me. I've been giving energy to you guys, and you don't even know it. It's drained me. Y'all don't have a freaking clue. Literally, I have been giving my energy to you. And I ain't talking about my energy in doing this. This is nonsense. No, literally, I've been forcing my energy. You can perceive, you can perceive and give direction to your energy to go out to the people who matter. You wanted to go out to everybody, but it's no, that's too much. I'd probably look like shrimp on the Barbie. You can focus your energy to go directions. Whenever somebody says they're going through something, when our beloved brother C, who lost his son a year or two ago, right? And his beloved son, it's important that his health be all right. So first thing when he said, I saw his post, I focused on his face, who he was in our state of being children, growing up together, and I displaced that little bit of, we say energy, but it's more than that. And I focused for, you could say, I guess, good health. But I know it was some of me going in that direction to where he's at, because I know where he's at. And that was not just on perception, but you give it out. Snoo, I know where she's at. When she's bad, I send it that way. If anybody says they're going on Jay Davis, I need clarity, because I didn't have clarity. I send energy his way. Then he convenes in me what I knew. And I was like, oh, okay. You never disrupt or interrupt, except sometimes you have to correct people's communique. Somebody's going through something, if they say it, I'm sending. Some people say, well, what's the purpose of saging? When you burn the smoke, it's supposed to be that what you give in thought, because it's energy by the narrative. And that smoke is lifted by the wind. That's why it's best to burn the sage outside. In your house is to cleanse it. But outside, your thoughts, when you're saying something, a mantra, a chant, you're giving good wish to the earth and goodwill. Then you send it. It's supposed to be carried into the wind, and it, in order, it puts it where it needs to be at. You don't have to specificate and have doubt and all that other stuff. And sometimes I got to pull that energy back in. Because it's, I can feel it when I feel like I'm getting too weak. So I bring it right back. I'm like this again. Anyway, let me go. I got to run over here and I got to run this store for this one right quick. And we'll come back and we'll read. Like I said again, I'm saying it again. I didn't read yesterday evening because I just didn't feel like it. That's why I said I had to pull energy back. I had to pull it back in. And when I did, I felt better. I was like, maybe I should go on and read. And I was like, no, I'll go and read tomorrow. All right. I'll read tomorrow. I'll come back. I'll run out there right quick. no post office, no nothing. Just pick up the stuff, come right back. It's his snacks, you know. He has a whole different kinds, but there's certain ones he just eats at particular times. He's finicky, but yeah. And remember, what y'all may be perceiving, don't think you know me. You don't. There's no doubt. But I'm like Jonah. I'm stubborn. I don't want to be doing this. The mistake is that they made is thinking that I'm doing this because I don't want to be saying a goddamn thing to any. I'm being honest. And I remember I said 10% I get it. And welcome to all the people who subscribe, but I don't know what you're subscribing for if you ain't here to chat, to open your mouth and be part of the circle. I don't know what you're subscribing for. That's why I say it's probably AI, the bots, or it's the government agents being as stupid as and liquidly stupid. Flowing is what I mean. All right? They can't help themselves. And also, I'll check the donations to see. Marcus William used the last one. Yeah, I figured that much. So anyway, appreciate that donation. And like I said, if somebody else donated, I'll order a couple more books today. And motherfuckers is just pathetic. And that's not to Mark. You donated, Marcus. You can stop donating, bro. You don't have to donate all the time. You got the individuals who don't donate at all. All right, those are the ones, and they know I'm talking directly to them. And I guess they feel like the ego is the best thing. And I don't want to talk about donation shit because the books, I'm going to get books regardless. Like I said, I got that box. I just opened it up and it's got a bunch in it that I bought, and I'm not going to sit up here sharing it with you. No, for what? To entertain who? Fuck out of here. There's a lot of things in the world that's going on that's bad. I'm attempting to bring a little more goodness and lightning into y'all's heart and give you a little tea. And people continue on and on believing they're getting some kind of free fucking ride. No, because you're not doing the work. So if you was doing the work, that's the free shit. Everything else is at a fucking cost. So when you're sitting there and I'm giving you tea, I'm saying do this, practice this, I know you're not. Do you know how I know you're not? Because you haven't freed yourself. You're not open-minded. You're still stuck in this fuck zone. You're still hood fucking rich. You're still fake-ass suburban narrative. You're still holding on stuff because you think that you're beating up religion, which is not the answer. Do you think that's the answer? You think that's the key to opening you up? To elevating yourself or arriving to a point of disbursement of the crap and ascension to the truth? It's not complicated. Yet, because we are foolish people, we complicate ourselves. First of all, you shouldn't be a people. Then we already go over that. There's only man and woman. A woman and man. That's nothing else. Everything else is some false derivative for a spell casting ceremony. And if I'm wrong, say, well, you're wrong. Then I'll say, okay, you feel that way. Good for you. That's why some niggas come in here and they'll sit there and won't say nothing. I don't want him to know, man. I'm talking about you, motherfucker. When it's talking about the damn donations. Helping them. Some people give $1.99. I'm like, yeah, 99 cents, motherfucker. Well, it's stupid, but yeah, that's cool too. It adds up. Well, the book costs $27 or $14.95, and this book costs $22 or $23. I guarantee you, baby girl Slaughter, how you doing, baby girl? You just popped up. Oh, Mac, what's going on? Delusions. She'll tell you that some books is like $20, $30, $40, $50. Some books are $14, $15. It depends on what you're looking for. Then there's some books that if you get like the little small paperback one, is $12, right? Just gotta let y'all know. Then you look for its original context and you get this book is $130. Holy smack. Well, do I get the one right here that's a sample or derivative of somebody's reinterpretation, or do we get the original one and then we find a way to break it down based on what we found out? And you see how the niggas run? You see how them niggas run? Boy, they come in, they run. It's important, y'all. This is important. But like I said, I'm going to pack a lot of these books up. And the ones I'm reading won't get read until I'm settled and get shit breaking some, swinging some pickaxes, some shovels, and getting stuff situated the way it need to be situated. Because it's going to be some hard motherfucking work going on. Not the comfort of your little square, non-unambient fucking little death traps. These coffins they call your homes. And all you all live in them. So with that being said, how many of y'all in the South went to some of those houses that are 200-300 years old? I got to grow up in them. You could stand in a room, hey, with furniture, and there'd be an echo, like, what the fuck? Roofs, and you can see where a door used to be so big, ceiling, like 16, 17 feet. Like, who the hell? I grew up in those. Well, they say 200-300. They were older than that. Big old stanchions outside on the front. Big in case what they call a sunroom. That's part outside of the house to the house, screened in with patios. You walk out from one master bedroom to the other master bedroom. And then the last Tartarian place I lived was in my apartment in the Bronx. Oh, it was an ancient building. Went to the rooftop. I knew exactly what I was looking at. And they got it around all those little raggedy square big homes. 5 or 6 bedroom homes, but still just new homes. This old building. You can see it everywhere. Then I moved into the places where nothing resonates, and it's death. And it's time to get out of them. Get back to nature. Nature means natural. Okay? Anyway, let me sign off of here. All right. So, yeah, look at that shit. Face motherfuckers is taking kids' faces on old motherfuckers. China, you have become, and I don't say this with hate. Some of y'all know, like, these right here, these are from competitions with, I'm going to share this. 5 Ancestral Kung Fu. When I studied under Grandmaster Cam Lee, I studied under him for 12 years, 1990, up until I left. What's before that? Around 86. I studied it all the time when I was down in Florida, 12 years. I did the cultural fairs where I did lion dancing, and I would do certain Kung Fu forms because I was very capable of doing the forms the way they were supposed to be done. So these are the Dragon Kung Fu boots that I wore. That's how old these are. These right here. These are the ones that he gave me. These are since 1990. Well, he gave me these. I had to learn. 1994 or 5 is when he gave me these, when I really started doing the cultural fairs and doing all the shows, doing the sandbox, you know, doing all the sparring and all that, and the dragon, which I was always the head, you know, the dragon or the lion. These are the Kung Fu boots that he, because of Tai Chi Chuan, gave me. When I was learning, I don't believe in ninjutsu. I don't believe in ninjutsu at all. But when I was doing Bushido, and I was Grandmaster, well, Kwanjinam, Mr. Schuler, the guy in the 70s Vietnam used to put the nails through his muscles, biceps, and his neck and walk around with buckets of water and all that, who taught me Taekwondo. And I became a Sabanam in 9 months. Well, actually, I had to learn from a real Korean guy who actually studied on the General Trilogy, who had a cleaners. Before that, I had just got through with 15 years of studying the Bushido way. It never stops, but I mean, learning forms with my katanas. And I'm not going to say his name. This instructor is no more among us. And I've worn these about 4 times. And I think one time when I went to England for a demo, work at a katana, and I got a cousin, Shirley Strickland, who's very deep into Kimbo. And some of y'all know when I was in college, if y'all remember the pictures, I studied fencing for about several years. And these are the tabbies that he had gave me. So I keep memorabilia of my past. I don't keep it because I need to be reminded. It's part of who I am. But I keep the original ones. I don't buy a whole bunch of crap for visual. I keep the actual stuff. That's a remembrance of what I've attained and what I've learned, compared to the bastards who want to kill everybody who don't know shit other than their perverse way of existence. From an adrenochrome to murders and everything else. So you're going to keep paying the fucking enemy? Or you're going to start putting it places where it's going to benefit you and maybe your children? Now imagine saying, I don't care if I have to start fighting in a war, because a lot of y'all pacified. Y'all ain't, if ever you wanted to fight, you're in the time when you should be fighting. But you're so goddamn solely pacified. Every one of you. Okay? So at least put it in books and stuff. You didn't want to put it in the land. Now people are starting to realize they need to buy land, so everybody's getting together buying land. I came with that same initiative, and you looked at me like you knew me. Let me get over here, man. It's like I'm talking to a bunch of dead motherfucking things. A bunch of dead fucking things. Let me go. Because this is getting to be, let's get on my nerves. Yo, Ganja, T, and if you're in here, y'all know what's up, man. I'm going to get this up. I already told them over here, the manager and all of them. They're like, okay, whenever you're ready, because I know they want to come through and buy a whole lot of stuff. So it's going to be open house. Everything's gone. And I'm coming down, Ganja. We say Tucson. That's not exactly where he lives at. You don't have to worry about it. When you need to know, if you want to come, you're coming. You'll be made known. Because I fucking had enough. I really have. Yes, this old gentleman here, old. Just got to go out and do what he's got to do. We'll come back and we're going to read. At least I'm not going to renege on what I said. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there and it's all a test. It's not an experiment either. It's to test you to see what your value is and how much you value yourself in truth. And if you can recognize what's real and what's not real, what's the truth, what's not the truth. And if you're still living a lie and participating in a lie, I can tell. Anyway, yeah, you already know, hey, baby girl, I got you, love. And everybody's silent as fuck as usual. Craig R., what's going on? What's happening? 1671 Montezuma. Yeah, it's Negro. I know. I'm saying Negro, and you know it's a loose term, and I shouldn't use that word. Herbo, what's up, beloved? But I use the term because people can identify it without saying some dumb shit like black. That's just fucking stupid. Or white, which is completely hypocrisy and the nonsense of it all. You dig what I'm saying? These things people need to really pay attention to. All right, you stay where the fuck you at. I don't care. I don't think y'all get that no more.